Live, local, late breaking. This is Newswatch 12 Breaking News.
We started receiving resources not only from ODF, from our local structural partners for their second and third alarms, but also from the Forest Service, the BLM. We have contract crews that are coming out here, and we pretty quickly had aircraft on scene as well.
We are continuing to follow up on the Upper Applegate Fire this morning. An 820-person crews were placed overnight to continue with fire operations. The fire is currently burning at an estimated 350 acres with multiple evacuations still in place. The fire has been ongoing since around 12:30 yesterday, burning on both private and BLM land. Good morning and thank you for choosing Newswatch 12 this morning. I'm Carlos Murrieta. Fire crews have launched a full-scale all-hands-on-deck response, including resources from Applegate Fire, BLM, the U.S. Forest Service, and the Oregon Department of Forestry. Right now, we have team coverage this morning with Storm Tracker 12 meteorologist Sarah Kress with us in the studio, and Newswatch 12 Damien Alvarado live from Jacksonville. But before we check in with Damien, let's go ahead and check in with Sarah on the current weather conditions. And Sarah, I know that this wind was one of the biggest factors yesterday when it comes to this fire. Can we expect more of those winds coming into today?
Yes, we definitely can. Winds will be picking up again, especially into the afternoon and evening for us. But I do want to start with the current evacuations we have in place right now. JAC 436 is under a level 3 evacuation. That means go now. Has been in place since yesterday. I don't expect any of you to be there anymore. Level 2 evacuations for JAC 437 and JAC 427. There is a shelter in place at Jackson Elementary School, also for livestock at the Jackson County Expo Center. If you don't know your zones and you need to know more about them, you can head to our website at kdrv.com. We can guide you on how to figure that out. We'll continue to keep you updated throughout the day. And like Carlos mentioned, right now it is at 350 acres. We are working hard to continue to keep you updated on the spread of this fire. But currently right now we are seeing light winds across the region for us. They are going to be picking up as we're into the afternoon, but this morning it is kind of that calm time. And as well, on top of that, temperatures are a bit cooler this morning, but we are expecting warmer weather to return today. Now, in terms of those gusts, we'll start to see them pick up more so as we're working our way through the morning and especially into the afternoon for us, where we can see those gusts anywhere from about 20 to 30 miles per hour. Now, we do want to be fire aware, especially areas over east side again today into Northern California and especially areas into the Rogue Valley. Now, temperatures this morning, 44 degrees in Klamath Falls, 52 over into Montague. Along the coast, we're into the 40s and 50s for us this morning, starting to see some high level clouds stream their way through the area. Today, we'll see passing clouds for us today. Skies will be anywhere from mainly cloudy to partly cloudy at times. High temperatures today a little bit cooler into the Rogue Valley. Areas over east side to Northern California still expect to be into the 80s, and we'll see 60s again for us along the coast. Now, as we're into tomorrow, definitely big changes on the way. High temperatures cool way down back into the 60s. Showers work their way in, and we'll hold on to those gusty winds. I'll have more details on the timing and how cool it's going to get around the region coming up in your next forecast.
All right, thank you, Sarah. And we're going to turn over now to Newswatch 12's Damien Alvarado. And Damien, I know you've been there throughout this morning. What can we expect for fire crews as we head into today?
Well, Carlos, good morning. I'm here near the Rouge Country Store tracking this Upper Applegate fire. And as we talked about, it's about 350 acres. We do know that crews had a pretty good hold on this one overnight due to the nighttime conditions. But I have been seeing all morning a Jackson County sheriff. I have watched the Oregon State Fire Marshal, a couple of those ODF trucks traveling along Highway 238 here to get to the Upper Applegate Fire. There's that 6 a.m. briefing this morning where they're going to talk about, you know, containment, how large this thing has grown or decreased in size, and just what things are looking like. But let's talk about some of that personnel and the resources the Oregon Department of Forestry requested. Now, Natalie Weber told us that overnight the goal for firefighters was to build lines around the fire as best as possible in the cooler weather. Today, crews are concerned about more hot and windy weather, as Sarah has mentioned, you know, some of those breezy conditions. And Upper Applegate Road is still closed, so be sure to avoid that area. Now, the best thing you can do today is to stay fire safe. To prevent more fire starts, we spoke to an evacuee who experienced a very similar fire last year.
every single thing that you see around here is at risk right now. Everything. And it could turn on a dime. That could turn on a dime and head this direction, and then everything is gone. It's just like paradise.
And remember, burn piles are not allowed right now, and there are limitations on power tools and machinery. This fire started as a grass fire and continued to spread, so really be careful near any dry grass or weeds. We now know 2 task forces have been mobilized from the Oregon State Fire Marshal. They are providing added structural protection. And State Fire Marshal Mariana Reese Temple said this is their 3rd mobilization this month, a clear signal that wildfire season is here. We need to do everything we can as Oregonians to be wildfire aware. This fire season has been devastating already with the tragic loss of homes in the gorge. Please help our firefighters by following local restrictions. And we will have more coverage throughout the day. And coming up at 6:30, I was able to get a hold of Natalie Weber right now on my phone, and she said she is going to be handing us some more information. It's about 6:05 right now, so they're in that briefing. We're going to get those details to you and hopefully have some new information at 6:30. Live in Rouge, I'm David Alvarado.